Welcome back to Wave Docker. Got another series preview for you today. Orioles take on the Boston Red Sox from Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th, to Wednesday, May 29th. I have to hold it in my lap because it's hard for me to see it in the dark as I'm filming this at night. I'm going to the game tomorrow. How exciting is that? Orioles just swept the Chicago White Sox in 4 games that weren't really all too convincing. But hey, I mean, win's a win. Getting swept by the Cardinals and then, going back. Making the road trip a 4-3, winning record. Good thing for that. I thought our pitchers were fantastic over these last 4 games. Living by the home run, which, is a good thing and a bad thing. But, Kyle Bradish was fantastic today. Adley had a home run. Colton had a home run. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. The offense and the bullpen have been the most inconsistent things, which is really interesting because to say the starting pitching has been our most consistent thing all year, after that being, our crux over the last few seasons. That was an awful face I just made. 33-18, 2 games back of the New York Yankees. AL East matchup coming up with the Red Sox, so this should be an exciting series back home in Baltimore. About to come into June, which is crazy. We're already over 50 games into the season. It's freaking me out. But, let's get into this pitching stuff. Game 1. Cole Irvin versus Cooper Criswell. Game 2, Grayson Rodriguez versus Brian Bayo. Game 3, Corbin Burns versus Cutter Crawford. Game 1, Cole Irvin's back to the rotation after John Means goes down with injury and Dean Kramer goes down with injury. So evidently, I guess Suarez, and so I guess it'll be Cole, Grayson, Corbin, Suarez, Bradish for now. And then once Dean and Krem come back, it'll be Suarez and Irvin back in the bullpen, which I guess is a luxury that is nice to have. Suarez looked good in his game yesterday. And Irvin has looked good in his bullpen appearances, and he's had a fantastic season as a starter prior to being pushed to the bullpen. So, welcome back, Cole Irvin. He had a 2.90 ERA, over 45 innings and 7 starts. He was 5-1, 4-1, I think. Hey, happy to have him back, albeit the circumstances. That's what I wrote down. That's good vocab for me. Cooper Criswell, 2-1 over 8 starts with a 2.86 ERA over 34 2/3 innings. He hasn't gotten past 5+ innings in any start this year, which is good. Just knock him out early. Another thing, I think the Orioles offense has had a hard time getting going early. We love to come back from going down early. But hey, maybe we can knock this guy out early, get to their bullpen, and tire out their bullpen for this 3-game set. Because we already have 3 games to none on the Red Sox in the season series so far. So let's do that. Game 2, Grayson, 5-1 over 8 starts with a 3.20 ERA over 45 innings. He's looked great. He's had, I'd say, probably 2 bad starts, with that 7-run run being obviously the worst one. I don't think he's really had a bad start thus far. His stuff's been fantastic. He's playing pumped up. He's playing fired up. He's had a good go of it, going deep into games. I think Grayson's had a fantastic year so far. I think, honestly, as it stands right now, I think he's probably been our... and he's probably our 3rd best pitcher in the rotation, I think. It's probably Burns, Bradish, Grayson, which I think that was the consensus going into the year. And it's that's how it's settled at this point. But Grayson's looked great all year. Happy to have him back after that shoulder inflammation. Whatever. Brian Bayo, 5-2 over 8 starts with a 4.04 ERA over 42 1/3 innings. Solid start thus far for him. Going into the year, I think he was their ace. I think he was their opening day starter, if I'm not mistaken. But I might be mistaken. I'm not sure. They had high hopes from him last year. He looked pretty good last year, and he's looking pretty good this year. So happy. No, I'm not happy. I think I said that the last time I talked about Brian Bayo, but I guess it's cool for I like young. I like baseball. I like the MLB. It's cool to have teams find an ace. Like Garrett Crochet for the White Sox today. They have a pitiful offense, but hey, they have this really promising starter that they hopefully can keep for a while. I like baseball. Happy to see teams, even if they're division rivals, find stars. Because I think the Red Sox are probably the AL East team I dislike the most at this point, just because they're kind of the least threatening. This is a whole nother rant, but I think in terms of the teams I hate the most, it's Yankees, Red Sox, or Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Boston in our division. But that's a whole other, thing. I think that makes sense. I think it's fair. I think my rankings are fair. Whatever. Game 3, Corbin Burns. Okay, this is interesting. Well, not really. He's gone 6 straight starts with 6+ innings and 4 straight starts without allowing a home run after allowing a home run in his previous 7 starts, I believe. That was his big issue. That was like my biggest gripe with him. Not really a gripe because, it's Corbin Burns. I'm happy to have him on the team. But he had issues with, giving up the early solo home run. But yeah, 6+ innings for six straight starts. 4 straight without allowing a home run. And the Orioles are 2-4 in those starts, winning his last 2, losing 4 in a row prior to that. But yeah, I mean, I've talked about this a bunch in my previews in the past, but we've had a hard time getting it together when Corbin's on the bump. Like, he'll go out there, give us 6 strong innings of, 3 2-earned runs. Like, he's, doing the best he can. But then the Orioles just can't, get a run across the board or across the plate. So hopefully, we've won his last 2 starts. Hopefully we can, start to, pick up the pace here and really start to sync up these performances with, the ace that we went out and traded for, because it's very unlikely that we re-sign him, I think. But if you want to, add even more sugar to the pot, if that's the saying, it's best if we, perform when he's on the bump, because, he would probably want to stay on a team where, he's giving his best and then the offense is asleep. But I digress. Corbin Burns, been probably one of the best pitchers in the American League, and very happy to have him on the team. But offense, hit when he's on the bump, please. Cutter Crawford, 2-3 over 11 starts with 2.89 ERA over 62 1/3 innings. Pretty good so far. He's done a good job limiting the home run, and he's staying in the game. So I like Cutter Crawford. I think he's probably the best pitcher in the rotation. Is that crazy to say? I think he was, and he's been pretty good against the Orioles in his career. So I think I'm right in being a little, wary around him. But that's all the pitching matchups. I mean, I talked about other stuff prior to the pitching matchups, but I mean, winners of 4 straight, 33-18, 2 games back of the Yankees. Let's go. I think we have 33 games over the next 35 days, so lock-in season, baby. Let's go. Go O's. Urban on the bump tomorrow. Excited to see him back in the rotation. I'm going to the game tomorrow, Memorial Day, hot dog race shirt. Good times in Baltimore. Go O's, and peace out.